Okay, so let's continue. Today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, the 9th. The 9th of what? The 9th of April, 2024. The subject is, of course, health science. Can anyone remember the last thing we did on health science? The very last thing.
Food and nutrition.
Not food and nutrition, no. Wasn't food and nutrition.
The teeth.
We did the teeth, very good. How many teeth are inside of the permanent set? How many teeth are inside of the permanent set?
32.
32, very good. How many teeth are inside of the temporary or milk teeth?
20.
20, very good. So for permanent teeth, right, we have 32 in total. How many is at the top and how many is at the bottom? How many is at the top and how many is at the bottom for the for the permanent set? How many is at the top and how many is at the bottom? No one knows. If
Is
it's
it,
third,
is it,
go ahead.
is it 16
It's
at the
16.
top and bottom?
Yeah, 16 at the top and 16 at the bottom. And um for the milk teeth, it's 20 of them in total. How many at the top and how many at the bottom?
Ten at the top and 10 at the bottom.
Say it again.
10 at the top and 10 at the bottom.
Very good. 10 at the top and 10 at the bottom. Okay. Can someone tell me what is the function of the teeth? What do we say is the function of the teeth?
To help with those different functions, one is to help with
Myla, you know what you have to do in order for me to hear you properly.
To crush and grind
Yes,
food.
sir. Sorry. There's multiple functions, but one of them is to help with speech.
To help with speech and pronunciation. Dion, I think you're saying something. What did you say?
To crush and grind food.
To crush and grind food. Yes. Anyone else? What's the function of the teeth?
is it like to help with mechanical digestion?
Who's that speaking?
Dior Ramsey.
Dior. Okay. I was wondering.
To give structure to the face.
It gives structure to the face. Very good. Someone said to help with mechanical digestion. What do you mean by mechanical digestion? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Like chemical and mechanical digestion is mechanical digestion is when you use like body parts, well, the teeth to break down food, and chemical digestion is when you use like saliva and like
Mm-hmm.
substances to break down food.
Very good. That's an important distinction that you did. So mechanical digestion is like basically the physical digestion of food, right? Where you use your teeth to masticate or to chew the food, right? Chemical digestion refers to the breaking down of food using chemicals, using substances, using acids, using enzymes. That's chemical digestion. All right. So yes, the teeth does help with the mechanical digestion of food. Did we get into the types of teeth? Did we get into that?
Yes, sir.
What did we stop at? I wonder if we did all four. What did we stop at with the types of teeth? Or where did we stop at?
Premolars.
Say it again.
We start with the premolars.
We stop at the premolars. Okay, so we're gonna deal with the types of teeth and then we're gonna deal with we're gonna move on from there. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the human teeth. That's the topic, the human teeth. And this is gonna be part 2. I think this is our second iteration of this. So there are, we can say in an adult, we can say in the permanent set. in the permanent set, which is basically the adult teeth, right? There are incisors. We could say there are 4 types of teeth. So what are the 4 types of teeth? Namely, the incisors. Anyone can remember what the incisors do? What do they do?
Bite food.
They bite, right? Bite food. Then you have the canines. The canines. What does the canines do?
Rip food.
They what?
Rip food.
They rip food or they tear food. And then we have the premolars. What's the job of the premolars? What's the job of the premolars? They're there to grind foods, right? And then you have the molars and the molars, right? And the molars is there to crush food. All right, so the molars' job is to crush food. They are larger than the premolars. It's basically like having an additional set of premolars. They're larger, and they help with basically doing the same that the premolars do. They help to crush and grind food. So let's talk about the molars. So the molars, these are the only part. These are the only part of the adult teeth, of the adult set that are not found in the temporary or milk teeth. So what is the name of the type of teeth that is found only in the adult teeth? What's the name of that?
Molar.
Molars, very good. Again, what is the name of the teeth that is the type of teeth that is only found? Because I only heard one person answer. What was the name of the type of teeth that only found in adult?
Molars.
Molar.
Molars. Very good. The molars, right? The molars. These are large, crushing teeth. Are they found in the back of the teeth or are they found in the front of the teeth? I mean, front of the mouth. Are they found in the back of the mouth or the front of the mouth?
At the back.
At the back, right? At the
The
very back. Found at the very back, right? The very back. We just say the back of the mouth. Okay. Found at the back of the mouth. The wisdom teeth. The wisdom teeth are actually the last molars to grow in the mouth. Right? These are the wisdom teeth. Now, how many molars are there? There are how many more? 4? I'm talking about in total. How many molars do we have? We have
8.
Say it again. 8? 8? No.
2 on the top and 2 on the bottom.
No.
12.
Say it again.
12.
Who said 12?
Paul.
Why you said 12, Paul?
Because you had the premolars and the molars.
All right, because no. Why is it 12? Why we say 12? The reason why we say 12 is because it's what? It's 6 at the top, and how many at the bottom? 6 at the top, and what else?
6 at the bottom.
6 at the bottom. So there are 12. So 3 on each side. Okay. So there are 12 molars. There are 12 molars in the mouth. There are 12 molars in the mouth. So how many molars do we have altogether inside of the mouth? How many molars do we have altogether? Hello, I'm not talking to myself. How many molars do we have altogether?
12.
Bri is not the only person inside this class. Let me ask the question again. How many molars do we have in the mouth? We have how many?
12.
We have 12. Very good. Dior, what is the function of molars?
To crush food.
Crush food. Very good. Milo, where do we find molars? Where do we find molars?
You find them at the back of the mouth.
Very good. You could find them at the back of the mouth. Mark, where's the mark?
So,
Can you read the paragraph on molars?
molars, these are the only part of the adult set that are not found in the temporary or milk teeth.
Mhm.
These are large crushing teeth found at the back of the mouth. The wisdom teeth are actually the last molars to grow in the mouth. There are 12 molars in the mouth.
Very good. So, Mark, how many molars are there in the mouth?
12.
12. Very good. And Nevaeh Wallace, where's Nevaeh Wallace? Nevaeh Wallace, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Read this paragraph as well on molars.
These are the only part of the adult set that are not found in the temporary or milk set. These are large crushing teeth found at the back of the mouth. The wisdom teeth are actually the last molars to grow in the mouth. There are 12 molars in the mouth.
Very good. What is the name of the last molars to grow in the mouth? Nevaeh,
The wisdom teeth.
the wisdom teeth. Very good. Okay, so let's talk about the parts of the tooth. The parts of the tooth. Let's talk about them. Do you all know about the parts of the tooth? Have you all ever studied that before?
No, sir.
The different parts of it. So the first thing we're going to talk about in the parts of the tooth is we're going to talk about the crown. Okay. So
Oh, you mean that? I remember.
remember that? Remember that? Okay, so the
Sure.
crown.
I remember.
So the crown, this is the part of the tooth above the gum. Okay, we call that the crown. That's the part of the tooth above the gum. So the crown is the part of the tooth that is above the gum. And when we say gum, I don't mean chewing gum. Obviously, I mean the gum inside of your mouth. The crown is covered. Crown is covered by a layer of. The crown is covered by a layer of protective by a layer of protective protective material called the enamel. So what is the name of the protective material that protects the crown? Call that
Enamel.
Enamel.
the enamel. Okay. So the enamel is that layer of protective material that protects the crown. Where's Akiro? Akiro, are you there? Where's Akiro? Where's Akiro? I can't hear from Akiro. Ajani, where's Ajani?
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
Read the definition of the crown for me.
The part of the tooth that is above the gum, the crown and covered by a layer of protective material called
Enamel.
the enamel.
The enamel. So what's his name? Ajani, what's the name of the protective material that covers the crown? Ajani, what's the name of the protective material that protects the crown?
Pardon me?
What is the name of the protective material that protects the enamel? I mean that protects the crown. It's the enamel. Okay. Next question. Next part is next part of the teeth is the enamel. Oh, by the way, let me just show you the crown so you can get a sense of what we mean when we're talking about the crown. So this right here is an image of the tooth. All right. Obviously, the crown is going to be at the top, right? So this is the gum. The pink portion is the gum. And the crown is going to be the part of the tooth that is above the what? That is above the gum. And so the crown is protected by what? What is this white substance here? What do you call that? The enamel. And what does the enamel do? What does the enamel do? It is the it is the protective material, all right, of the crown.
So you could chew and stuff, right?
Yeah, you need that so you could chew. Now the enamel, okay, the enamel, that is actually the hardest, right? The hardest material in the human body. So if you want to figure out what is the hardest material in the human body, that's actually going to be the enamel. Let me just show you the enamel is the white portion, right? So the enamel is the hardest material in the body. It protects the tooth. It protects the tooth from decay. So while the enamel protects the tooth from decay, what things could help or could what things could assist in causing your tooth to decay or causing you to get a cavity? What is gonna what things help in causing your tooth to get a cavity?
Sweets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sugar, sweets. Yes, that breaks down the tooth, right? It destroys the tooth. So next up, we have the third part of the tooth is going to be the root. Okay, the root. Now, just like how the root of the plant stabilizes the plant, the root of the tooth is the part of the tooth. This is the part of the tooth below the part of the tooth below the gum, and it anchors the tooth in the jawbone. So let me just show you the root so you can see it. So the root is going to be this portion right there. And this is the part of the tooth that is found below the gum, and it's there to anchor the tooth inside the jawbone. Okay. So what is the name of the part of the tooth that anchors the tooth in the jawbone? What we call that?
The root.
The root, very good. What is the name of the hardest material in the body?
Enamel.
The enamel. What is the name of the part of the tooth that is above the gum? What do we call that?
The crown.
The crown.
The crown. The crown. Very good. The crown. Where's Angel?
Yes, sir.
Can you read the definition for the root?
The part of the tooth below the gum and anchors the tooth in the jawbone.
Very good. So what does the root do to the tooth? What does it do? It's a function of the root.
It anchors the tooth in the jawbone.
Very good. And Bry, can you read the definition for the crown?
The part of the tooth. The part of the tooth that is above the gum, the crown in covered by a layer of protective material called the enamel.
Very good. So the crown is covered by a protective material called the enamel. Okay, let's move on to the next portion, which is going to be the dentine. So the dentine, this is going to be an ivory. We say it's an ivory substance found below the enamel and makes up most of the tooth. Right, so dentine is an ivory substance found below the enamel and it makes up most of the tooth. So if we look at the tooth, we have the enamel right there, right? And the enamel is we say that is the part of the tooth that is above. Sorry, we say that is the hardest material in the human body. It's the enamel, that white part. Right underneath it is the dentin or the dentine. This is going to be the ivory substance that makes up most of the tooth. That is, all this is the dentine, okay? And as we go lower, we'll find something right there. The P word, that's the pulp, right? And if you look carefully, the pulp is found at the center of the teeth. And what are these things that are in red and in blue and yellow? What do we call those things?
Nerves.
Blood vessels.
They're not nerves. They're what?
Blood
vessels. Blood vessels. Very good. Right? So the yellow ones is the nerves. The blue one and the red one, they are the blood vessels. The red one is the arteries and the blue one is going to be the veins. So inside of the pulp, so the pulp is very important because the pulp contains the blood vessels and it contains the nerves. So it's a tissue found at the center of the teeth that contains blood vessels and nerves. Okay. All right. So can someone give me the 5 parts of the tooth? Can someone give me the 5 parts of the tooth?
The crown.
The crown,
The
what?
enamel.
The enamel,
The root.
the root,
The dentine.
the dentine,
And the pulp.
and the pulp. Very good. All right. If you're finished with your notes for health science, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, if you're finished with your notes for health science, take a picture of it and send it to me via WhatsApp. Do we understand the parts of the tooth? Let me know, please, if you understand the parts of the tooth. Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your notes and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your notes and send them to me via WhatsApp. We are going to move on from health science, so I can need you to send in your work. Yes, I can. All right, I need you all to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I don't see no. Have you all sent in your work already? Let me know if you've sent in your work.
Sending mine.
You sending it now? Anyone else sending their work?
I have.
Yes, sir. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and go ahead to general science. Again, let's go ahead to general science. Are we done with this? Let me know if you're done with this, please. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and. Okay, good. Today is, let's head up. Today is Tuesday. Tuesday. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't take general science. I could leave.
Did you send me your notes for health?
Not yet. I ain't finished it yet.
So how you plan to leave if you ain't sending your notes for health? That don't make sense. Send the notes
No,
for
I
health.
screenshot it.
No, write them down before you go.
Yes, sir. You can put it in the chat for me, please.
It's in the chat. All right, so today is Tuesday. Tuesday the 9th of what? Of April 2024. Let me ask you a question. Is it possible to separate a solution or a mixture rather of oil and water? So if I have
Yes, sir.
if I have oil and water, can I separate them?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
How?
Because water and oil don't mix together.
Yeah.
But how could I separate them? If okay, let's say for example, I put water inside of let's say a beaker, and I pour oil inside that and I mix it, right? So I have a mixture, right? So how can I separate it such that I could put water on one side and then the oil on one side? How could I separate it?
It will separate, the oil will float on top, I think.
What do you think?
Yes, sir.
Anyone else want to try? Is there a method that I could use to separate the two once I already combine them? Right? All right, so y'all don't know. Can I separate oil and water if I combine them together? If so, how can I do that? If so, All right, so we're gonna be looking at a way that we could separate a solution of oil and water. And we can separate it, but we have to use something called a separating funnel. Separating funnel. Now, we have an interesting vocabulary word here. We're going to consider what do we mean by immiscible liquids. Immiscible liquids. Now, when we say two liquids are immiscible, all that means is that they do not mix. And some of you already alluded to that already with the solution of oil and water. So when we say immiscible liquids, immiscible liquids, right? These are liquids that do not mix. So Natalia, what do we call liquids that do not mix? We call them
Immiscible liquids.
immiscible liquids. And Samantha, what do we call liquids that do not mix?
Immiscible liquids.
Very good, immiscible liquids. And Dion, what do we call liquids that do not mix?
Immiscible liquid.
Immiscible liquids. Dior, Ramsey, give me an example of two immiscible liquids.
Oil and water.
Oil and water. Very good, oil and water. So using a separating funnel. Using a separating funnel, right? Using a separating funnel, we can separate two immiscible liquids so we can separate two immiscible liquids. So what can we use to separate two immiscible liquids? What process? What's the process? Using a what? Dior, what could we use to separate two immiscible liquids?
Separating funnel.
Separating funnel. So we can use a separating funnel to separate two immiscible liquids. And Malik, what can be used to separate two immiscible liquids?
Separating funnel and tunnel funnel.
A separating funnel. And Myla, what could be used to separate two immiscible liquids? Where's Myla? I can't have Myla. Ajani, where's Ajani? Ajani, are you there? Where's Ajani?
Yes, sir.
Can you read immiscible liquids?
These are liquids that do not mix. For example, oil and water.
So, Ajani, what do we call them? Liquids that do not mix.
Immiscible liquid.
Very good. And Joseph, where's Joseph?
Yes, sir.
Read the second sentence using a separating funnel.
Using a what?
Using a separating funnel.
Using a separating funnel. We can separate two
Immiscible liquids.
Immiscible liquids.
Yes. So the process, or this process, we could say, this process depends on the difference in densities. of the liquids to be separated. So in order for us to separate them, we have to depend on the fact that because they're immiscible, they're gonna have different densities. So the one that is less dense is gonna float, and the one that is denser is going to go at the bottom, and that's how we're gonna separate them. Okay. So here are the steps. So the step is we're gonna pour the mixture. We can say here are the steps. Let's see. Here are the steps. So the first thing we're gonna do, we wanna pour pour the mixture into a separating funnel. That's the first thing. So we want to pour the mixture into a separating funnel. That's the first thing. Then the second that we want to do is we remember that the denser liquid is going to do what? It's going to sink, right? The less dense liquid is going to do what? That's going to float. Then we're going to take the denser liquid, the one that is most dense, and we're going to let that run off. So the denser liquid is run off first. The liquid interface is discarded. And then the receiver is changed, and the liquid with the lower density is run off. All right, so that's the basic method. Remember, once we have the oil and the water, these gonna be two liquids that do not have the same density. The one that is denser of the two, the denser of the two is gonna fall to the bottom. The one that is less dense is gonna float on top. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to allow the one that is less dense to stay, and then we're gonna let the one that is denser to float. So to flow. So this is an example of it. I need you to draw this. Please, I need you to draw this. All right. So let me explain again the steps for you using this diagram. So what's gonna happen? We have the separating funnel. So this right here is what we call the separating funnel. On the top is the oil, and on the bottom is the what? What's at the bottom? What's at the bottom? Hello, what's the name of the liquid? What's the name of the liquid that's at the bottom?
The water.
The water. What's the name of the liquid that's on the top?
Oil.
Oil. So which one is more dense? The one at the bottom or the one on the top?
The one at the bottom.
The one at the bottom. Very good. So the one that is dense is going to be the one at the bottom. And then we have a separating funnel. So what we're going to do here is that we are going to drain out, right? We're going to drain out the what? The water, right? So when we drain out the water, what's going to happen? All the water is going to go. What's going to be left?
The oil.
The oil is going to be left. Okay. And then we're going to use a different beaker to drain out the oil. Okay. Do you all understand that? Let me know if you all understand that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I need you to draw the diagram of the separating funnel and everything here. Where is Dior Ramsey? Dior, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the process of the separating funnel?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and explain it for me.
So the denser liquid runs off when the
So which one is gonna be at the bottom, the denser one or the less dense one?
the denser one is at the bottom.
Yeah, and in this case, which one is the densest, the oil or the water?
Water
The water, okay? So what we're gonna do with the water, we're gonna allow it to do what?
run off.
Allow it to run off, right? And then we're gonna put this beaker away, and then we're gonna get the what afterwards?
Oil.
And get the oil. And that's how we use a separating funnel to separate the two. Okay?
Yeah.
Where is Samantha? Samantha, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead and explain it for me.
Yes, sir. You want me to explain the picture or?
Explain the picture here.
We have the oil and the water in our funnel.
Mm-hmm.
The oil on top and the water at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And we let the water run off.
Mm-hmm.
And the water stay on top.
The oil is gonna stay on top.
I mean, the oil stay on top.
Mm-hmm. And then
the water drip into different tunnels.
so once we ready put the oil in the conical flask or a beaker, then we going after we get all of the oil, all of the water, then we're gonna change the beaker and get a different beaker and then pour the rest and pour the oil afterwards. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Where's Kyle? Kyle, do you understand this? By the way, I need you to draw this and also write down the notes. So draw this down, draw this and write down the notes. Where's Kyle? Kyle, do you understand this? Where's Kyle? Kyle, can you hear me? I can't hear from Kyle. Jeremy? Where's Jeremy? Jeremy Langs. Where's Jeremy?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the diagram?
Not really.
Not really? Okay, so what's inside the funnel?
Water and oil.
Water and oil. Do they mix or are they immiscible liquids?
Separate liquids.
They are immiscible liquids. So do they mix?
No, sir.
No. Oil and water don't mix because they're immiscible liquids, right? So which one is going to float on top? The oil or the water?
It looks like the water.
Which one is going to float on top? The oil or the water?
The oil.
The oil, right? So what we're going to do here, since the water is at the bottom, we're going to drain out all of the water. Okay, let it run off. All right. And then we're going to stop it after we collect all our water. Then we're going to get the next beaker and allow the oil to drain away. And in that way, we can separate the oil and the water. Okay? You understand that, Jeremy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Where is Malik? Do you understand this?
Yes, sir. I'm just writing down the diagram, sir.
Okay, and what I need you to do is I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, once you finish, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. I need the diagram as well as the notes. Again, I need the diagram as well as the notes. Again, I need you all to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, I need you to take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp once you finish. All right, again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night. All right, good night. For those of you who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp. Again, for those of you who are finished, take a picture of your work and send it to me via WhatsApp.
Yeah, send my work.
Okay, that's good. You can go.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Excuse me,
Good
Mr.
night.
Petit, I sent in on my work.
Okay, good.
Good night, Mr. Petit. I send the work.
Good night.